An eyesore that represents a fading piece of Richland history now coming down. New at 6, the latest on the economy in demolition and a look at what might replace it. Plus, a relatively calm evening as we're seeing that last glimpse of sunlight. The lull will not last when you can expect another round of blustery weather coming up in your first alert weather forecast. And a lifeline no longer. A program enacted during the pandemic to help the most vulnerable is about to vanish.
Now, KAPP local news at 6.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We're seeing some progress on plans to remove Richland's old Economy Inn. Demolition is underway after crews spent weeks removing hazardous materials that were in or around the inn. KAPP-KVEW's Riley Fitzgerald talked to city officials about what comes next.
So the old Economy Inn had fallen into disrepair, had attracted a clientele that didn't match the city's expectations. And so we had the opportunity to purchase the property, and we did.
One busy Richland corner will look a bit different as soon as the decades-old Economy Inn is removed from the ground.
The objective is to tear it down and beautify the space.
That process has started with crews working to remove the motel after years of wear and tear. The city is planning on replacing the building and has suggested it as a new location for an older Richland fire station.
Fire Station 71 is our downtown station. It's our oldest station. And at some point in the middle term, we will replace that station, and this will be the location for that.
Demolition started a few weeks ago, according to Deputy City Manager Joe Schissel, to take care of hazardous materials. Driving by, you may see heavy machinery and demolition equipment at the old Economy Inn for at least a couple of weeks.
But by the end of spring, we hope to have it completely finished and landscaped and green. We'll plant some trees on the site in locations that will accommodate the future fire station, so we don't have to take those out later.
That green space will remain until new construction starts on whatever the city decides to put on the corner of George Washington Way and Jadwin Avenue. In Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, KAPP Local News.
And again, the city of Richland says they hope to be done with demolition and beautification before the summer. Now to the weather. This is video of last night's snow as it fell in South Richland. A reminder that winter remains for just under 3 weeks to come. Freezing and slick conditions on local highways this morning led to crash scenes and backup. Washington State Trooper Chris Thorson tweeted this video of the backup due to multiple crashes. The State Patrol says these collisions happened on State Route 24 in Benton County, about 2 miles east of the State Route 240 interchange. Trooper Thorson says there was freezing fog and compact snow and ice on the highway this morning. No one was seriously hurt. But those icy roads this morning also contributed to this accident outside of Wapato. This was the scene around 10 a.m. on the side of Interstate 82. At the time, we're told some of the exits were not fully plowed and conditions were still very icy. A similar situation on Interstate 90. State Patrol says the roadway near milepost 162 was very icy. That's about 10 miles east of the gorge. A state trooper tweeted this picture of a tipped-over semi-truck. Snow and disabled semi-trucks forced a temporary closure of a highway in Grant County. That temporary closure took place this morning on State Route 243 north of Mattawa. The road reopened before 11 o'clock this morning. And after all that, things are calming down tonight. Here's a live look at the radar. You can see most of those showers are scattered. They're broken up. Jason Valentine is here with your first alert weather forecast.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. A little bit more calm in our overnight period tonight. We are looking mostly partly cloudy, and partly cloudy into our day tomorrow. Now, the winds we saw earlier today are slowing down overnight. We should have more or less light winds, a little bit of a breeze for your Wednesday. Best chance of any precipitation tonight will be in the Walla Walla and Pendleton areas for the next couple of hours. We could see a little bit of snow falling into tomorrow morning for Pendleton. Other than that, we're much more dry today than we were yesterday, and we do expect that to continue until we get to Thursday morning. I'll have much more on that in my full forecast coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. Washington is in the midst of its legislative session, and lawmakers have worked recently on several bills. One Senate bill that would limit how much landlords can increase the rent has died in committee, but a similar bill in the House could still come up for a vote. If approved, House Bill 1389 would cap rent increases to the rate of inflation, or 3%, whichever is higher. It would also have a maximum increase of 7%. Supporters include the tenant union of Washington and Spokane, which claims Spokane renters have seen some of the highest increases. Critics believe no change is necessary. They say this legislation could actually worsen the housing supply crunch. And an update on Senate Bill 5230, which aimed to assist young people aging out of the state's foster care system in Washington. That bill also died before making it out of the Ways and Means Committee. The legislation would have extended support for kids in foster care until they turn 26. Currently, extended foster care ends at age 21 in the state of Washington. If this proposal had passed, $33 million a year would have been allocated to pay for it from the state's general fund. The bill supporters argued it was well worth the cost, and they said it would lead to lower incarceration and homeless rates in those who age out of foster care. Also in Olympia, a proposal to increase the number of students eligible for free school meals. House Bill 1238 would enable elementary schools to offer universal free breakfasts and lunches by the start of the 2024 school year. Now, this would only apply to schools where 30% of students qualify for free or reduced meals already. The legislation still needs to make it out of committee before it can head to the entire House for a vote. A federal program that gave families extra money each month to deal with food costs during the pandemic ends today. That, as many American families are already coping with the pinch from inflation. High food prices have taken a toll, for example, on Brenda Dilley. She says the cut to SNAP benefits starting today will leave her with no option other than relying more on food banks.
I think it's unfair because me and my husband are low-income people and we don't make that much money from Social Security, and I think it's really unfair.
One Eastern Washington Senior Center says the benefit cut will take a heavy toll on many seniors because many of them rely on a fixed income. Some food bank centers say they expect to see higher foot traffic once those extra benefits run out. That's also the case for one local food supplier. The founder of the Restoration Market in Kennewick, which is a free grocery store for people experiencing food insecurity, says he talked to many of the people who shop there, and he's expecting more foot traffic at the market as those benefits helped a lot of people. Without them, he says, it's not just food that will be impacted.
Food insecurity is being pulled out because of these SNAP benefits. How do we expect other families to pull themselves back up when they got to go right back to figuring out how am I going to pay for my lights? How am I going to pay for my water? How am I going to take care of my kids at their school? How am I going to do these different things? So how does it affect? This food thing is just one piece of it. There's a bigger picture.
The owners of the Restoration Market say they serve people who were on SNAP benefits as well as those who don't qualify. The market is open for walk-ins every other Saturday and by appointment Tuesday through Friday. The Pasco Police Department is accepting applications for its Citizens Academy, which is right around the corner. This is part of the department's proactive crime prevention programs. You have to be at least 18 years old and have the desire for a greater knowledge of the many functions of the police department. Sergeant Groom with the Pasco Police Department says this program is a way to get involved with your local department and learn about what officers do every day.
How we operate within the community on the calls that we go to, and we're really hoping that they can go back to their neighborhoods and act as ambassadors. We can't have everybody go through the academy, and we know that, but if a handful from a neighborhood have gone through it, have experienced that, know some officers that are in the area, they can help guide their neighbors when they're dealing with problems as well.
The 10-week academy is a 3-hour class from 6 to 9 p.m. every Tuesday, starting March 14th, with 1 week off for spring break. You can find all of the information and the application link on our website, yaktrinews.com. Yakima County Commissioners have now finished doling out the $48 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds they got during the pandemic. They tell us they had 3 times as many applications as they had funds available. Some of the major investments include $4 million to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office for what they call a PRO-ACT team, which is designed to prevent crime instead of just responding to it. Another $3 million was awarded to the city of Yakima to help build an outdoor pool in East Yakima, and $1 million awarded to the YWCA to help build a new domestic violence shelter.
I know it's not going to make everybody happy. In the end, probably more people were turned down, or more entities were turned down than accepted. But I feel good about the requests that we were able to fund.
Commissioners say anyone who didn't get funding will be sent a letter with information about other potential funding opportunities. New tonight at 6, millions of dollars in federal grants are now designated for 3 Washington airports. The money will allow the airports to make additions with an aim of increasing security line efficiency and total capacity. SeaTac Airport will receive $16 million to relocate a TSA checkpoint to the downstairs arrival area. If you're familiar with the airport, this is where travelers sometimes get into that level 4 departure drop-offs during busy hours at the airport. Spokane International Airport will receive $15 million to fund a terminal expansion project, which will eventually add 6 ticket counters and 3 new gates to 1 concourse. And the Pullman-Moscow Regional Airport will get just over $6 million for a new terminal building. The airport can use the grants to build a 3rd boarding bridge and a 3rd boarding gate. All of that money comes from the federal infrastructure law. Now, still ahead tonight, our digital lives in the 21st century, social media playing a big role. Tonight, we're hearing from a doctor and 2 school counselors about the potentially negative impact on young minds. That's ahead in 20 minutes at 6:30. But first, a periodical for the Times. We'll learn about the newspaper put together by seniors in Yakima and find out how it's keeping the population connected. Plus, a destination for enjoying the great outdoors in eastern Washington. See it like never before when we fly the Northwest. And KAPP Local News at 6.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Shop local and get exclusive rebates up to $500 at Fred's President's Day sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher has loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
More rebates are available. Get up to $2,000 in rebates on GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages during Fred's President's Day sale.
Hey Dad, look, this is the magma chamber where all the magma's piled up until...
Us. What happened to us? When did we get so connected to our devices?
She's not answering.
What? And so disconnected from each other.
79 cents.
Something's gone missing. Our relationships, our conversations, our common sense.
LT, we gotta fix this.
But just because something is missing doesn't mean it can't be found again. It's time for a reset, not just with our phones, but with each other.
Sorry.
Join us in taking the phones down for 5 challenge.
So we're using our phones to put down our phones?
Exactly.
So we just put them down.
I guess so.
Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud. Wow, that's good.
U.S. Cellular.
Depends on how much pressure there is.
Built for us.
Welcome Home is your guide to better living in the Tri-Cities Yakima area, with local experts who share trends and styles, giving you ideas for that next home upgrade. Next time, getting a new roof, plus we'll show you how to improve your kitchen and bath, discover a great place for buying spring plants, and find out about gas fireplaces. Then meet the man to call if your house is suddenly damaged.
Welcome Home, Saturday night at 8 on KAPP.
Next, E.T.
Michael B. Jordan was the first boyfriend of the internet.
Yes. We're with Creed 3's Total Knockouts, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on KAPP. Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. A lot of seniors were isolated during the pandemic, and those living in the Orchard Park Independent Senior Living Community in Yakima were no exception. But KAPP KVEW's Emily Goodell tells us residents have found a new way to reconnect and spread the good news.
Park Place isn't your typical newspaper or your typical newsroom. It launched in August, and it's run by and for the residents of Orchard Park Independent Senior Living Community.
We decided that we needed something positive to read on a regular basis.
The weekly paper has everything from safety tips and events to fun features.
We did cats first, now we're doing dogs, and then we'll finish up with Barb's birds.
And stories like Barb's, a reporter for Park Place.
Legally blind, so I can't read and write anymore, but I have a mouth.
And she's really good at jigsaw puzzles.
It's really the only thing I can do and be proud of.
There's also Bob, a veteran who was honored in D.C. for actions taken during the Korean War. But to hear him tell it...
Just being in the right place at the right time.
Or the story of Virginia, a woman who walked nearly 3,500 miles in a year during the pandemic. A story that marked a bright spot in an otherwise dark time for residents, isolated in their rooms to keep the virus from spreading.
The first COVID death we knew here was a husband and wife. She survived, but the last time she saw her husband was getting in the ambulance. And she was not allowed to visit or anything, you know. He died alone in the hospital. You are aware of your mortality more here. Because we're all old, we all have a number of ailments, you know, and we die.
But Park Place is their way of making sure each resident knows they matter.
It makes them feel recognized, acknowledged.
And bringing everyone closer together.
And that is what's been the benefit here, I think. The overall, one of the major benefits. It makes us more of a family, more of a community.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, KAPP KVEW Local News.
Now, unfortunately, Park Place isn't available online, but if you live in Yakima, you can pick up a copy at Orchard Park.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. Well, the warmer temperatures are continuing. Looks like we'll have the apex by Thursday. Scattered showers today, even into the evening hours, but a nice Wednesday is ahead. So let's take a look at that futurecast. And again, we have a little bit of shower activity just to the south. And again, you could see a quick little shower in the Yakima, Ellensburg areas. So as we move into our evening hours, it's just going to kind of fold in on itself and then start to move south. But if we see any snow overnight, like we saw last night, it will be in the Pendleton area, and that will continue possibly into very early on Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning. So our next bout of shower activity looks to be on Thursday in the morning hours. Yet again, rain snow mix to snow for our areas, and then we'll see it double back again for the evening hours for the Blue Mountain region. So again, we're going to keep a close eye on that. So the next round of light storms, it looks like, will be coming in on Thursday early. So for our temperature trend, we are staying warm, and we're even going to warm up towards Thursday and Friday. And again, we're going to be seeing those cooler temperatures return. It looks like mid to lower 40s by our next work week, but still, we are looking very nice, even though we are below our average for this time of year. We did have a windy morning and early afternoon today, but they have slowed down. They're going to continue to slow down into tomorrow, but we'll see some breeze here and there. But as we get to Thursday, we're going to see some heavy winds, 25 mile per hour for the Tri-Cities, so between 20 and 35 mile per hour winds sustained are expected on Thursday, and those are coming in from the southwest. That's going to keep us warm, and then those winds are going to slow down as we head into our weekend and into our next work week. So we're still pretty well off of our average for this time of year. 8 degrees for Yakima and 8 degrees for the low as well. Over in the Tri-Cities, pretty similar, 6 degrees off of our high and just 3 degrees off of our overnight low, what is average. So we do expect to see, again, warmer temperatures by Thursday, but cooler temperatures by the time we get into our next work week. So tomorrow we enter March, if you can believe it. Daylight savings time, 12 days away. St. Patrick's Day, 17, spring, less than 3 weeks away. All right, as we move into our overnight period, again, we could see a little bit of snow for the Pendleton region and possibly for Walla Walla. Overnight lows are in the mid to lower 20s. As we move into our Wednesday, should be a much calmer day, light winds, and we will see some sunshine, mid to upper 40s for most of our areas. Should be a nice Wednesday ahead. For our 7-day forecast, again, we could see a little bit of light rain-snow mix for the Tri-Cities Thursday morning and then into the evening for the Blue Mountain region. Then more sunshine as we head into our weekend as we slowly cool down to the upper 40s. Overnight lows above the freezing mark as we get to Wednesday late night. In the Yakima region, up to 50 on Thursday and a slight chance of shower activity. And then we're cooling down to those mid to lower 40s as we get into our weekend. Still more sunshine than not for at least the next 6 days. So we're going to continue to warm up towards Thursday. Your Wednesday is looking very nice with some sunshine, light winds. Have a wonderful evening.
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
This week, Michael's taking you live to one of the most remote inhabited islands anywhere in the world. An island filled with mystery, beauty, and magical wonder. Easter Island Live. You're invited for the Morning Global event, Good Morning America, this week.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this?
LT?
What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
Are you ready for a fresh new bath or shower? Well, now is the best time with 50% off installation and no interest and no payments for 1 year. Hi, I'm Christina, and it's time to flip your old worn out bath or shower with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel today. Everyone knows the Jacuzzi brand, but did you know they can install a gorgeous bath or shower that feels incredible in as little as 1 day? Now that's the total bathroom beauty that I love at a price you can afford. With one call to Jacuzzi Bath Remodel, you can effortlessly transform that old ugly eyesore into the stunning bath or shower of your dreams that you'll love for years to come.
Call or go online to jacuzzibathremodel.com to get up to 50% off installation, and you may qualify for no interest and no payments for 12 months. Plus, we'll give you a safety upgrade free. Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-992-2465. Call now.
Hi, I'm Stan. Welcome to my Stan Talk. My theory, it's called Triple Play because you can have fun on land, sea, and air. On land, bowling, XD Dark Ride, and others. At sea, all the slides and pools in Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park. In air, the ropes course, Nebula Drop Tower, and new zip ride. Or maybe the owner just like triple cheeseburgers. Thanks, everyone!
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride, and it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
Mildly entertaining. I will take that.
Michael B. Jordan is ripped and ready, flexing his muscle behind the camera.
All roads in my life kind of led to this moment.
Michael's new extra interview about Creed 3 and directing for the first time. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on KAPP KVEW.
It's the reason thousands of people call Washington State home. Opportunities at every turn to explore the green wilderness, no matter the time of year. Tonight we take you to a scenic location with unparalleled views as we fly the Northwest.
We're at Antoine Peak Conservation Area, approximately 1,300 acres. And it's one of our biggest conservation areas managed by Spokane County Parks. It contains over 12 miles of trail, both single track and double track, perfect for horseback riding, mountain biking, and hiking. That's such a neat thing about Antoine Peak. It's one of the highest points surrounding the valley, and at just over 3,000 feet in height, once you get to the top, you have great views looking out both towards to the east towards Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls, and looking all the way to downtown Spokane. The property was acquired in 4 different phases, starting way back in, I think, 2008, with the 4th phase being acquired in 2019. That goes all the way down to Flora and Wellesley, and we're right now working on designing a new public trailhead parking area that we're hoping to maybe build this year. I look at other places around the country, and you don't have that same type of opportunity to get out and get exercise and be out in nature. You know, we're blessed with an embarrassment of riches when it comes to open space and trails and our natural heritage here. If you take the Summit Trail, just around the corner, you've got just commanding views overlooking downtown Spokane and kind of the east side of Spokane Valley. A great spot to catch the sunset and just feel kind of out there. Stunning.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So right here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City is now offering 25% off select Juvederm fillers. This service helps reduce facial wrinkles, provides lifting and fullness, and can be used for lip enhancement. This offer is for a limited time. To schedule an appointment with PMH dermatologist Dr. Nylander and nurse practitioner Carmina Bowen, please call the Dermatology Center at 509-588-4555.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-277-1540.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer,
which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Or get a free $300 gift when you purchase a new Tempur-Pedic. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Next live from the most Oscar-nominated film this year, Academy Award nominee Michelle Yeoh. Plus, coming March 13th, it's Live's After Oscar show.
Tomorrow morning at 9 on KAPP KVEW.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
Now at 6:30, the U.S. Supreme Court examines the federal student loan forgiveness plan as advocates demonstrate outside. Plus, only the lonely, now targeted by scam artists, how they're using cryptocurrency to rip people off. Plus, Plus, the exact same problem that stalled new car sales is now impacting banks and financial institutions. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 6:30.
I would put overuse of social media as one of the primary dangers of tween and teen life right now.
A renowned therapist and author compares the overuse of social media to nicotine addiction because he says it affects the way dopamine works in a developing brain. I'm Alyssa Warner. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. The impact of social media is one reason the Seattle School District has now filed lawsuits against major tech companies, accusing them of hooking young people on their platforms and then creating a mental health crisis. How big of a problem is the overuse of social media for kids? And what can parents do about it? Derek Dice dove into the social media effect to find some answers.
Social media has become a part of our everyday lives. We spend a fair amount of time each day scrolling through our feeds, but our kids spend even more.
The Instagram was a big one. Snapchat. They loved Snapchat.
Jill Royston is a Spokane mom. When she first gave her daughters smartphones, they'd disappear into their rooms for hours at a time, and their phones quickly became their everything.
It can be a tool for immense power, having the world at your fingertips, but it can also be a shadow side.
Soon, seeing glamorous pictures she couldn't live up to or posts about all the fun things she was missing out on became too much for Royston's youngest daughter to handle.
She would give me her phone physically and be like, you got to take this. Like, she recognized it was affecting her mental health, kind of her physical health. Like, she was getting to a place where she didn't necessarily want to go to school.
Lisa Renner and Alana DePaulo see this social media effect all too often at Shadle Park High School, where they work as counselors.
I'd say over the last 15 years, there's been a progression of anxiety and depression that I see in, my practice at the schools I've been at. And I would say it's getting worse. It really kind of impacts how students see themselves and how they see their life and their reality too.
DePaulo says social media and isolation during COVID have made it hard for a lot of kids to have face-to-face conversations.
They'll be happy to send an email, a text. They'll do anything they can behind a screen instead of having to sit and have a conversation with someone. That's terrifying to a lot of students.
The content of what they can find on social media can also be terrifying. Anything from drugs to pornography to eating disorders.
So you want to learn how to be anorexic, you just hop online. TikTok is their role modeling. It's a lot of stimulation.
And too much stimulation can become like a nicotine addiction, says Spokane therapist and author Dr. Michael Gurian. He says each time our kids look at social media, it's flooding their still developing brains with dopamine.
And it happens 20, 50, 100, 500 times a day, depending on how they use it. And that's really the problem. So the brain rewires, and it does not wire toward normal development. It rewires, and that rewiring is what we're seeing with depression, anxiety, and all sorts of other issues.
Dr. Gurian begs parents not to give kids smartphones or access to social media until they're at least 14 or 15, not only because of that rewiring of the brain, but the feelings social media can cause.
That sense of inadequacy that we ruminate on because we don't fit, and then the negative, the spending all the time on the negative and ruminating on that. Which feels like disaster, and disaster is constantly around the corner.
He says putting parental controls on your kid's phone is a must and believes parents should be checking their online activity often.
Parents have an absolute right to check that. They have to protect their kids. We just trump the privacy over that these days because we don't realize how dangerous this stuff is.
The counselors agree and would remind parents that they own the phones, not their kids.
It's a privilege, not a right. And so you have the right to shut down the Wi-Fi. You have the right to take the phone. I think that parents need to take their kids' phones more often. And I'm not saying for weeks at a time. I'm saying, hey, we're gonna go do this, phones off. Hey, we're having dinner, there's no phones at the table.
What have you been doing for the last couple hours? And they're like,
Jill Royston now wishes she'd waited until her daughters were older before allowing them on social media. She believes parents need to understand the different platforms and have an honest, open dialogue with their kids.
Just being able to say, I am worried about you. Do you know how quickly this picture can spread? I don't know. I'm a big believer in that dialogue and helping young people become informed young people so that they can make the best decisions for themselves.
Learning to live with social media isn't easy, but parents have to do all they can to protect kids from its dangers.
Dr. Gurian says if you do take your kid's phone away, they'll definitely be angry for the first few weeks, but in time, they'll likely thank you for it. All right, let's talk about the weather. We're seeing the storms kind of break up in just scattered showers on the radar right now. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect for the rest of this evening in your First Alert forecast.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. A little bit more calm in our overnight period tonight. We are looking mostly partly cloudy, and partly cloudy into our day tomorrow. Now, the winds we saw earlier today are slowing down overnight. We should have more or less light winds, a little bit of a breeze for your Wednesday. Best chance of any precipitation tonight will be in the Walla Walla and Pendleton areas for the next couple of hours. We could see a little bit of snow falling into tomorrow morning for Pendleton. Other than that, we're much more dry today than we were yesterday, and we do expect that to continue until we get to Thursday morning. I'll have much more on that in my full forecast coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. We have new information tonight about what police found when they arrested Brian Kohberger for the murders of 4 University of Idaho students late last year. So initial court documents showed that investigators used DNA from the trash at the Kohberger family home in Pennsylvania to connect him to the violent attack more than 2,500 miles away. But a search warrant reveals police also got a cheek swab from Kohberger when they arrested him. They also collected some of his clothing, including a WSU sweatshirt, a pair of shoes, and 4 of what they call medical-style gloves. The search warrant also indicates that police were looking for Kohberger's phone or computer devices, but it doesn't indicate if the investigators actually got them. Kohberger waived his right to a speedy trial. He's now due in court for a preliminary hearing nearly 4 months from now, coming up in late June. Roads have become more risky for pedestrians. 3,400 pedestrians were killed in just the first half of last year, according to the Governor's Highway Safety Association. That's an average of 19 people dying per day across the country. It's also a 5% increase over that same time period in 2021, when fatalities hit a record 40-year high. According to the group, pedestrian road deaths increased 60% in the past 10 years, even as overall highway deaths dropped. The President's Student Loan Forgiveness Plan is now before the U.S. Supreme Court. Those advocating for the program rallied outside the High Court in Washington, D.C. earlier today. The program would wipe out nearly $500 billion in federal debt for more than 42 million Americans, but Republican-appointed judges in lower courts have blocked the program's advance. ABC's Justin Finch has a look inside the courtroom.
Education! Cheers supporting President Biden's federal student loan forgiveness plan at the Supreme Court, where that policy faces its most crucial test yet.
For the folks that look at us and say we're in this problem because we live beyond our means, it's not because we live beyond our means, it's because we've been denied the means to live.
The High Court hearing oral arguments from attorneys in 2 separate cases. 2 borrowers and 6 Republican-led states filing suits challenging the president's power to clear more than $400 billion in federal student debt. Biden's attorneys arguing he can, citing the HEROES Act, saying it affords the president the authority to waive or modify federal student loan payments following emergencies like the pandemic. Chief Justice John Roberts raising questions.
Most casual observers would say if you're going to give up that much amount of money, if you're going to affect the obligations of that many Americans on a subject that's of great controversy, they would think that's something for Congress to act on.
Student debt cancellation was also a platform promise when Biden was campaigning for the presidency. His program would cancel as much as $20,000 in federal student loan debt for qualifying individuals.
It shouldn't be done. We're counting on the Supreme Court to rule the right way.
Listen to the needs of millions of struggling people. People who want a middle-class life but are buried in debt. Do the right thing.
A decision from the High Court is due out sometime this summer, with federal student loan repayments either set to restart 60 days after the court's decision or 60 days after June 30th. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Now, the Biden administration reports about 26 million Americans have already applied for federal student debt relief. About 16 million of those have been approved, but the applications can't go anywhere until this legal battle plays out one way or another. In your business news tonight, consumer confidence over the U.S. economy appears to take a hit. The Conference Board reporting its index dropped to 103 this month. That's down from 106 last month and lower than economists' predictions, according to Refinitiv consensus estimates. Recession concerns and increased interest rates may have played a role in that weakening confidence. The rising interest rates mean you're going to have to pay extra if you use a credit card and don't pay off the balance right away. But if you lose your card, you might have to wait a bit longer to get a replacement. And this has nothing to do with inflation. It's actually a chip shortage. The same computer chip shortage that left many car dealerships without new vehicles on the lot is now impacting banks and credit unions. Experts say because so many things need those semiconductor chips and there's still a limited supply even now, sometimes there's really nothing to do but wait your turn.
That's where we're hearing about the longest delays. Credit unions and community banks. Credit cards are further down the list. And furthermore, smaller credit card issuers are even further down the list.
Experts say this might be a good time to look at using contactless options or using the mobile wallet on your smartphone as a way to get around the chip shortage if you find yourself without a physical card. Coming up tonight, lonely hearts looking for companionship. Now the FBI warns they've become the target of a cold-hearted scam. And Jason Valentine is tracking your first alert for weather forecast coming up next on KAPP Local News at 6:30.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Agribusiness is big in our area, and Ag Advisors is your local guide to all things ag. Next time, a visit to a vineyard where great wine is just the beginning. Find out why milk tastes better when it's in bottles. Learn why people come from miles around to this unique collection of shops. We visit a farm store where customer service is always first. And find out how one company uses tech to advance farming.
Ag Advisors. Meet our board Saturday night at 8:30 on KAPP.
Hey Dad, look, this is the magma chamber where all the magma's piled up until...
Us. What happened to us? When did we get so connected to our devices?
She's not answering. What?
And so disconnected from each other.
79 cents.
Something's gone missing. Our relationships, our conversations, our common sense.
LT, we gotta fix this.
But just because something is missing doesn't mean it can't be found again. It's time for a reset, not just with our phones, but with each other.
Sorry.
Join us in taking the phones down for 5 challenge.
So we're using our phones to put down our phones?
Exactly.
So we just put them down. I guess so.
Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
Wow, that's good.
U.S. Cellular.
Depends on how much pressure there is.
Built for us.
What's better than the perfect cut of meat for a tasty meal? That's easy. The perfect cut of meat on sale.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only with great savings on USDA Choice Boneless Beef New York Steak, $7.98 a pound. Boneless Beef Sirloin Tip Roast, $3.98 a pound. Prairie Fresh Boneless Pork Loin Roast, $1.98 a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only. The savings are sizzling.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more versatility and #1 rated durability and owner experience built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
When cartels unite, the rookies team up.
Got your back, boss.
For a riveting crossover event.
We've been given a shot of adrenaline from the LAPD.
FBI! What is this, Simone? A rookie crossover event, tonight starting at 8/7 Central on ABC.
We have a consumer alert tonight. You've probably heard about online romance scams, where a scammer creates an online relationship and then asks for money, often a lot of money. Now the FBI says they've gotten more sophisticated. Instead of asking for money directly, the scammers are pressuring their victims to invest in cryptocurrency. The FBI says more than 19,000 victims reported losing over $739 million to romance scammers last year. They're concerned that this year it's only going to get worse.
You see these false promises of easy money being combined with people's limited knowledge or limited experience with cryptocurrency, and it sets it up for really the perfect storm for a scam. What they don't realize is at a certain moment, these people are going to wipe that out and the money's gone.
One man in Portland told the Fox station there he started chatting with someone online, then got lured into putting tens of thousands of dollars into what he says was a fake cryptocurrency trading app. When he went to take the money back out, the fees started popping up, claiming he needed to pay extra to cover taxes, certification, transfer fees. In the end, he says when he ran out of money and credit, the scammer disappeared, along with more than $200,000 of his money.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. Well, the warmer temperatures are continuing. Looks like we'll have the apex by Thursday. Scattered showers today, even into the evening hours, but a nice Wednesday is ahead. So let's take a look at that futurecast. And again, we have a little bit of shower activity just to the south. And again, you could see a quick little shower in the Yakima, Ellensburg areas. So as we move into our evening hours, it's just going to kind of fold in on itself and then start to move south. But if we see any snow overnight, like we saw last night, it will be in the Pendleton area, and that will continue possibly into very early on Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning. So our next bout of shower activity looks to be on Thursday in the morning hours. Yet again, rain snow mix to snow for our areas, and then we'll see it double back again for the evening hours for the Blue Mountain region. So again, we're going to keep a close eye on that. So the next round of light storms, it looks like, will be coming in on Thursday early. So for our temperature trend, we are staying warm, and we're even going to warm up towards Thursday and Friday. And again, we're going to be seeing those cooler temperatures return. It looks like mid to lower 40s by our next work week, but still, we are looking very nice, even though we are below our average for this time of year. We did have a windy morning and early afternoon today, but they have slowed down. They're going to continue to slow down into tomorrow, but we'll see some breeze here and there. But as we get to Thursday, we're going to see some heavy winds, 25 mile per hour for the Tri-Cities, so between 20 and 35 mile per hour winds sustained are expected on Thursday, and those are coming in from the southwest. That's going to keep us warm, and then those winds are going to slow down as we head into our weekend and into our next work week. So we're still pretty well off of our average for this time of year. 8 degrees for Yakima and 8 degrees for the low as well. Over in the Tri-Cities, pretty similar, 6 degrees off of our high and just 3 degrees off of our overnight low, what is average. So we do expect to see, again, warmer temperatures by Thursday, but cooler temperatures by the time we get into our next work week. So tomorrow we enter March, if you can believe it. Daylight savings time, 12 days away. St. Patrick's Day, 17, spring, less than 3 weeks away. All right, as we move into our overnight period, again, we could see a little bit of snow for the Pendleton region and possibly for Walla Walla. Overnight lows are in the mid to lower 20s. As we move into our Wednesday, should be a much calmer day, light winds, and we will see some sunshine, mid to upper 40s for most of our areas. Should be a nice Wednesday ahead. For our 7-day forecast, again, we could see a little bit of light rain snow mix for the Tri-Cities Thursday morning and then into the evening for the Blue Mountain region. Then more sunshine as we head into our weekend as we slowly cool down to the upper 40s. Overnight lows above the freezing mark as we get to Wednesday late night. In the Yakima region, up to 50 on Thursday and a slight chance of shower activity. And then we're cooling down to those mid to lower 40s as we get into our weekend. Still more sunshine than not for at least the next 6 days. So we're going to continue to warm up towards Thursday. Your Wednesday's looking very nice with some sunshine, light winds. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, Jason. We have a lot more news to share with you on our mobile app. You can use the camera on your smartphone to scan this QR code, which is also at the bottom of your screen throughout the show. The code will take you right to our app for news and weather on demand. It's free to download, and there's no subscription fee to use it.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your entertainment destination for more choice, more fun, more often. You choose. Dine at one of our 9 restaurants. Fast food, sit down, or a special occasion. Plan a date night movie, bowling for the whole family, or grab a seat and stay a while. It's all here at Wild Horse. Your best choice for fun every day.
Join us March 18th for America's favorite rock and country band, Little Texas. Tickets on sale now.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
Next, E.T.
Michael B. Jordan was the first boyfriend of the internet.
Yes. We're with Creed 3's Total Knockouts, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on KAPP KVEW.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The Biden administration is now ordering all federal agencies to take TikTok off of government devices by the end of March. It's the latest ban amid growing concerns about how the Chinese-owned social media app is using the data it collects. A TikTok spokesperson called the decision political theater, saying they're an American company that follows American laws. Lawmakers in Congress, though, aren't so sure. They're working on a proposal that would let the president ban TikTok entirely if they determine that the platform has transferred user data to any foreign person working for or even under the influence of the Chinese government. The American Civil Liberties Union says that would create a very slippery slope, especially because it doesn't specify what under the influence of the Chinese government actually means. We reported earlier that Microsoft has added artificial intelligence to its Bing web browser. Now, an update to Windows 11 software puts the new Bing on its taskbar. The Redmond, Washington-based company says the taskbar has more than 500 million users every month. A few weeks ago, the company said it was looking for a way to adjust Bing's AI chat box. That after reports of responses from the chat box that ranged from inaccurate to emotionally reactive. However, Microsoft says it feels positive overall about the product experience. Coming up back, we'll have a final check of your forecast.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
amazing. Can it go back in the bag?
Yeah, it can go back into the bag.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
The new Samsung Galaxy S23. Free for everyone from US Cellular.
I kissed it?
Yes.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
The biggest ladies' night of the year is coming to Legends Casino Hotel on April 1st. Direct from the Las Vegas Strip, it's the world-famous men of Hunks, the show. This high-energy show will ignite your senses and captivate your imagination. So ladies, get your friends together and make plans for the ultimate girls' night out. Hunks, the show, April 1st at Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the casino gift shop. Legends Casino Hotel, because fun is how we roll.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
You can't do this alone. Not an investigation of this scope.
We're partners.
Her death is part of a pattern.
Now they're missing murdered Indigenous woman.
This is about a very broken system. It's about corruption. The truth matters. We know who killed Gloria.
Prove it.
E.T. followed by Extra tonight at 7 on KAPP.
Welcome back. Jason Valentine has a final check on your First Alert weather forecast.
All right, folks, for tomorrow, for your Wednesday, we're looking to be in really good shape with all of our factors. The best chance for any snow as you wake up tomorrow from the overnight period will be in the Pendleton, possibly Walla Walla areas. But we are staying warm. Tomorrow, our highs are in the mid to upper 40s. We should see plenty of sunshine. That wind will return 20 to 35 mile per hour on Thursday. And also we could see some light shower activity Thursday morning. But for your Wednesday, for tomorrow, March 1st, if you can believe it, should be a very nice day indeed. Just keep an eye out for that snow to rain snow mix along the blues overnight tonight.
Thanks, Jason, and thank you so much for watching. KAPP KVEW Local News is always on at yaktrinews.com. We're back tonight at 11.